So without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Saravanan Parameswaran from Malaysia to present his research on predicting the entrance of virtual learning environment among teachers from vernacular schools. So Mr. Saravanan, the floor is yours for next 10 minutes.
Thank you, Kocha. Vanakkam, Namaskar, and a very good evening to all. My slide. Hello.
Yeah, please wait. Your slide are just going to be shown.
All right. All right. Again, Vanakkam, Namaskar, and a very good morning to all. I'm Saravanan Parameswaran from a master candidate from University of Malaya. Today, I would like to present about predicting the entrance of virtual learning environment among teachers from vernacular schools. Okay. Let me introduce from the topic today. I would like to segregate this topic into the three items. First of all, the first one is virtual learning environment, and also known as VLV. Okay, what is VLV? VLV is a web-based communication which enables learners without restriction of time and place to access various of learning tools such as program informations, teachers enhance resources, and so on. And the second one is about vernacular schools. Okay, from the topic today's topic, we need to know about vernacular schools. What is vernacular schools actually? Vernacular school system as introduced in Malaysia from a Razak report. It is based on the mother tongue, and primary schools is conducted based on the mother tongue. For example, here Malaysia got three type of primary school. First is Tamil vernacular schools. Second is Chinese vernacular school, and third one is Malay vernacular schools. And today we will look about the platform that been introduced in Malaysia. Okay, first of all, the first platform that been introduced in Malaysia, VLV, and also known as Frog Virtual Learning Environment. So Frog had been introduced in Malaysia in year 2011, and through One Best Story project, or through One Best Story Net project. However, this platform is employed to entire schools in Malaysia, no matter primary school and secondary schools. And however, the implementation has failed to meet the MOE, Ministry of Education's expectations, so that it has been ended in year 2019. The actual date is 30th June 2019, and although this project was dropped by MOE, but the government has introduced and replaced the Frog VLV platform with another platform, and also we are well known as Google Classroom. Google Classroom being a VLV is a platform, VLV, and it been used in school. The second one is about my research objective. Okay, my research objective is to identify the vernacular school teachers' intention to use virtual learning environment in teaching the Tamil language. The second objective to be constructed here is to examine the intentions of the vernacular school teachers in utilizing virtual learning environment in teaching the Tamil language. Now look about the research questions. The first research questions arises here is, how does the vernacular school teachers' intention affect the utilizations of VLV in teaching the Tamil language? The second research question will be, what are the intentions of the vernacular school teachers in utilizing virtual learning environment in teaching the Tamil language? And when we talk about literature review, a lot of literature review is about the grid-based virtual learning environment. Gentlemen, there are two types of virtual learning environment. First is grid, GVLV, and known as grid virtual learning environment. And the second one is cloud-based virtual learning environment, which is known as CVLV. Okay, what is about GVLV, grid-based virtual learning environment? Virtual learning, a grid virtual learning environment is contrasted whereby not provide any services of unlimited storage, information sharing, admissions to teaching, learning resources, and material. And how about the cloud-based virtual learning environment? The CVLV is facilitates an infrastructure that unlock the unlimited access, storage retrieval, and sharing of instructional resources regardless of time and places on that cloud. These are the differences between GVLV and CVLV. So in Malaysia, we are introduced the CVLV, which is there is rich of so many resources, teaching resources in cloud-based VLV. And the second one is about my theoretical framework. I have integrated two theory to make an integrated theoretical framework. The first one is about U-Thought model. I'm using to my studies U-Thought model, which is integrated with self-determination theory, whereby the U-Thought, the researcher used co-constructs of 4 core constructs. First of all, the first one is performance expectancy. Performance expectancy, also known as PE. The second one is effort expectancy. The third one is social influence, and the fourth one is facilitating condition. And it has been integrated with the SDT, which is known as self-determination theory. The 3 main constructs from SDT has been examined, known as perceived autonomy, perceived competence, perceived relatedness. And now talk about the methodology. I have been used the research design as explanatory sequential mixed method design, which is mean the first phase is followed by the second phase. The first phase is a quantitative research, and the second phase is followed by qualitative research. Both are using the same sample. For example, in the first phase, I'm using cross-sectional survey, which is occupied with 6 teachers, 6 respondents from various areas. So the sampling was using as stratified random sampling, which is the sample was chosen randomly and stratified into 3 subgroups, known as according to the demographic divisions. First of all, urban school teachers, rural school teachers, and the third one is estate school teachers. And I'm using descriptive analysis and linear regression analysis. And the second one is about selecting selecting respondents to become the qualitative sample, which is I select participants from each group based on the typical responses and maximal variation principle. And the phase 2 consists of open-ended interview selected from the subgroup, namely rural, urban, and estate school teachers as a respondents, and were interviewed and using a purposive sampling method, and their answers was recorded and was analysis using the thematic analysis. And last, for conclusions, the interpretations of quantitative and qualitative results was triangulated. Let's see about the data analysis. First of all, table 4 is about analysis of respondents regarding the demographic. The demographic factor was divided into 2 factors. First of all, as about age. The second factor about teaching experience. From here, the descriptive analysis was performed to analyze the demographic profile of the respondents. We have discovered the maximum age was 55 and the minimum was 25. From that, the mean age will be 39.42 and the median age was 39.5. At the same time, the teaching experiences presented the majority of the respondents have more than 15 years of teaching experiences. Although most of the respondents are experienced, teachers, they are still deliberated VLB a difficult tool to integrate it. It was showed at table 4, whereby teachers' readiness to use the VLB. When we examine the teachers' readiness to use VLB, unfortunately, table 4 shows that 50% of respondents are not sure of using VLB in their teaching lessons, and only 20% are ready and quite ready, and very saddened to say that 30% of the respondents are not ready and not quite ready to use the VLB. And as can be seen in table 6, perceived competency has recorded the greatest influence on behavior intention. The robust analysis revealed other constructs have a minor or indirect influences on use of virtual learning environment in teaching the Tamil language. Let's talk about the discussion and the implication now. Okay, when from the study we can identify four main aspects as the although numerous responses were given by the respondents, nevertheless, most respondents argue in these four determinants upon the hindrances of utilizing virtual learning environment in teaching Tamil language. First is accessibility. What is accessibility here? Poor connections, poor stability, insufficiency of gadgets, poor ICT facilities, not having technical supports are the some of them. These are the main factors that make the teachers from using the VLB in their teaching lessons. The second determinant was found is teachers' competency, which is incompetence of ICT skills among the teachers, the vernacular school teachers, and lack of training and workshop. Low English proficiency are the main factor which is contribute to hindrances of using VLB in their teaching lessons. And the third one is about acceptance. The teachers, the culture of teachers and the conventional method of teachings is contributing the teachers to not accept the new technologies that's integrated in the education system, whereby poor adaptation of VLB, belief in conventional teaching method, students become lazy and survival skills are getting worsened, and health problem. These are the problems was arise among the teachers when we was interviewed them. So this may contribute to the
Mr. Saravanan, your voice is not clear.
There is some technical problem. We cannot hear it. Voice is not clear.
Okay, I think Mr. Saravanan has joined the room now. Mr. Saravanan, are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm on. Okay, all right. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Okay, let's continue again. These are the some outputs from the teachers itself when we are interviewed. Okay, now, hello, everyone, can you hear me? Oh, all right.
Yes, you can proceed.
Okay, right. So the first one is the access is the core problem. Here, when I will try to utilize virtual learning environment, once this issue is solved, whereby this shows that teachers are very much depressed on the connectivity of the virtual learning environment. Means the internet connectivity is extremely poor. The second is nowadays teaching has become difficult and has changed its focus. I have to plan the lessons, teach, evaluate, and do assessment and participate in administration works. Okay, this shows that the workload tremendously, the teachers, the educators' workload is increases day by day. The third
Mr.
one is,
Saravanan,
yes.
your time is almost finished, so I give extra 1 minute.
Okay, I done my conclusion here, the implication. So about the implications, I would like to suggest from the study, there is a main 4 implication. First of all, must upgrade the internet coverage regardless of area, rural, urban, or estate. The second one is facilities should be upgraded with the latest technology and gadgets. Third one is teachers should be motivated regularly, reward them regularly. The fourth one is curriculum development center may construct more VLD content in organizing the content. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Saravanan, for your great sharing. Okay, it's a really wonderful presentation. Since in chat box there is no question for you, but I will have one question for you. Okay,
Sure, sir.
since you mentioned about your research is a particular on vernacular schools, right? So, is there any reason behind of why you want to focus to vernacular schools?
Pardon, sir. Pardon, sir. I can't hear you. Again, sir, the question?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, now, why your research you focus to vernacular schools?
Okay, here Malaysia is a multiracial country, and vernacular schools, the only 535 vernacular schools in Tamil language schools, whereby the adoptions is very poor. So regarding the mother tongue, the language will be the barrier for the vernacular schools. Thus, I choose vernacular school as my sample, my target, my focus on my studies.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Saravanan, for your response. Okay.